Do you have ankle instability or issues with running and your ankles giving out on you? Let me show you 4 exercises to help you with your running stability with ankles. All right, guys, let's get going. Here are 4 exercises that you can do to help with your ankle stability while running. Ankle stability is very important for running on, going up and down hill, especially if you're a trail runner too. You want to make sure those ankles are nice and stable. And we're kind of like a chain link fence. Things that happen down below can affect you up above too. So if you have ankle instability, well, that may create some knee pain or hip pain all the way up to your back pain. And so these 4 exercises will help you with your stability with that. First one is kind of 4 exercises in one. What you're going to do, you're going to put your foot flat on the ground, and what the first one that you're going to actually do is you're going to raise your big toe up and then back down, and raising up and back down. So that exercise, what that does, helps improve your strength and stability on the bottom of your foot. That's important because those muscles get weak because we're in shoes most of the time. Normally, what we're really designed to do is really dig into the dirt while we're running and walking, as well as climbing trees and things like that. So the things that we used to use our feet a lot more compared. So this kind of helps out with those very small intrinsic muscles on the bottom of your foot, which are important for arch stability. And so whenever you push off with running, your arch should pop up while you're pushing off. They would call that a windlass mechanism, where your arch pops up when your big toe comes up, or whenever you push off with your big toe. It's important. It helps keep the foot nice and stable while running. And so that's the second exercise of that you're going to do is you're going to keep your big toe down and raise up all 4 toes. Now this is kind of hard for me to do, so I'm not the best in description of this video, but definitely it should kind of give you a good description of what it should look like while doing this exercise. So you can put big toe down, raise up all 4 toes, and you can do about 15-20 repetitions with this exercise. This is something you can do throughout the day. You can do these exercises while your feet are in the shoes, things like that. So it definitely helps you with that. Next one you're going to do is you're going to spread all 5 toes apart. Hold it there for a little bit and come back. Spread all 5 toes apart, and that's going to help out, again, that bottom portion of your foot. And the last one that you're going to do with this exercise, you're going to raise your arch up and hold it for a little bit and then relax. Raise your arch up and relax. And also, these exercises are not just good for ankle stability, but also maybe for some plantar fasciitis. Typically, those individuals that do have plantar fasciitis do have weak arch muscles, and that's what we're training for, better arch muscles. And also this helps with, whenever you first land when you're running, you have a little bit of shock absorption, and the arch does splay out a little bit, and then the arch recovers again when you push off. So that's definitely very important to have that mechanics. If your springs are a little too loose, well, then you're not getting that shock absorbing that you need. So those are kind of like your springs, those arch muscles there. You also have ligaments to help support that, but sometimes some people are a little bit lax in those ligaments and their feet are a little bit flatter. But doing these exercises can help out develop your arch a little bit better there. And so the second exercise is just a strengthening exercise for a muscle called the posterior tibialis muscle. And it's a muscle that's underneath your calf muscle, very important for ankle stability and arch stability. So what you're going to do, you cross your leg over, place a band on your foot, and then you can step on the other band with your other foot. And this band is kind of a circle type of band. And then what you're going to do, you're going to raise up your foot up towards the ceiling, hold it there for a little bit, and slowly come back down. Doing about 15 or 20 repetitions of this exercise. You can do both feet too, so you can switch out. And again, this is a very good exercise to do a couple times a week, daily. If you feel like your ankles are nice and unstable and you want better stability with those are very important. So the next exercise that you can do this is more of a hip strengthening exercise along with some ankle stability. So there's a muscle called the soleus muscle. It's right behind your calf muscle there. And then it's a very important muscle for running. And so if you don't have this strength with this muscle, definitely can inhibit your running and cause faulty mechanics while running there. So what you're going to do, you're going to raise your hips up and then squeeze your bottom together and then raise up on your toes. Hold it there for about 3 seconds or so and then come back down. And doing that about 15 repetitions. That's going to help out with the soleus muscle. And the soleus muscle, what it is, it's again right behind the calf muscle there. And it normally is active with your knee bent. So sometimes our knees are bent with running, especially when our land down. Your knee should be, your tibia, your shin bone should be perpendicular to the ground. And so pushing off, you're going to use that soleus muscle while pushing off. And that's a very important muscle to train while running. And this next exercise is a little bit more challenging. You don't have to necessarily do this specific exercise. As once you get a good idea of what you can do, is doing some balance exercise. You can stand on anything like foam or even without foam and doing certain activities. In this exercise, I'm doing a single leg squat with a kettlebell, holding a kettlebell on the BOSU. It's a very challenging exercise. So I recommend if you haven't ever done this exercise, don't start with that one. Definitely maybe start with some single leg stance. Doing some ball tossing, something to challenge your balance there, or somebody passing you a medicine ball, something like that can help challenge your balance. Then you can maybe work your way up to doing more standing on foam or standing on the BOSU, something like that there. So this gives you the 4 exercises that you can do while you can do that for your regular training program. You can do this after your run. It may take you about maybe 10-15 minutes to complete these exercises. I think it's very important there to have good stable ankles there. So this concludes this video on ankle stability exercises. Let me know in the comments what you think about this, and if you have any issues with your ankles, please let me know. And so I hope everyone keeps safe, keep running, and we'll see you next time.